What's going on, everybody? Traxxas Mike from My RC Life. Been a little bit since I had a video. We actually got some snow and it stayed. We got quite a bit of snow. Been pretty busy lately. But yeah, I figured I had a little bit of maintenance I could do. Got the old Max here. She's been rode hard, put away wet, literally. As you can see, I sat this tire down and she started peeing all over the counter here. Last time me and Pinot Paul were out running, I was smoking some good wheelies for a long distance and I blew a tire apart. But we don't care. I mean, we do care. I'd rather not blow it apart. But we got some other tires we're going to put on her. There we go. So we're going to get these put back on there. And I'm going to do a little, I want to get this GoPro mount, I glued it in and I broke it. I want to get that unglued. See if I can get a new one stuck in there. Maybe we'll do that today too. Alright, I'm going to switch to the time lapse. Alright guys, another thing I always get asked about is about my bearings. What I do to the bearings to help protect them, how often I go through bearings, things of that nature. I mean, and every product is a little different. You know, sometimes some types of bearings go a little quicker depending on what you run them in, and you know the whole score on that. But on this Max, I've never changed a single bearing in the truck. Now it all operates really nice and smooth. I'll be quiet so you can hear. All the bearings work real good, sound real nice. I do have a little air compressor right here, and I will give it a quick blow if they're really wet or whatever. And another thing I do is every once in a while I give it some of this white lithium grease. So that's what we're going to go over today, how I would go about doing the white lithium grease. Now, I talked this truck up a lot because it's been so durable. Now, I've never replaced one of these plastic axle shafts yet, but if you can see in there, they're getting a bit wobbly, so they probably don't got too much life left in them. But I've ran oversized tires on this, probably 95% of its life. And you know what it's been put through. If you haven't, look in all my videos below. If you haven't seen all my stuff. Another thing you can do while you got it taken apart this far, you know, while you got your tires off, besides just oiling her up a little bit, this is a great time to do a screw check. And as you can see, look at this one here. That one's just obvious to the naked eye. That one was loose. So I'm going to grab my Allen wrenches here and give it a once over on a bunch of screws. See what we can do there. Alright, first of all, when I'm doing, let me zoom back out here. When I'm doing the bearings, it's fairly clean right now. I mean, there's a little bit of stuff. If it's really muddy and dirty, you need to get it all blown off first. This one's decently blown off, so I'm going to hit in here just a little bit. Just that much. Not too much, just a little bit. Then I'll go, I know I can't really show it very good, but just a little shot in there. Just like that. Do that on all four of your axles and any of your shock moving points. You can put a little shot there. You know, it never hurts. Maybe a little drop down here. Even on all your little end of your A-arms and stuff. You can even put a little about there. You know, wipe off the excess, or don't push the handle so hard, or even blow it off with your air gun when you're done. That works well. But all right, I'm gonna put you back on the time lapse, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that up. All right, so we got them tires back on the Maxx. Now I want to point out, in summertime around here, or if you're in where there's a lot of sand and stuff, you won't want to leave excess grease everywhere, because it's just going to draw in sand. In the winter months, you know, it's all just snow. There's not much sand. It ain't going to go just straight to that grease. And especially with it being so cold, it can use a little extra lubrication. But in the summertime, you really need to wipe this off a little better. Fire up the air compressor, blow away all of the excess, and you know, the lubrication will still get to where it needs to be, even if you can't see it. It's already set down in there. You know, got into the bearings and everything that moves up and down and all that good stuff. So next, we're gonna throw a few batteries in it and go see if we can have a little bit of fun in this newly deep snow we got. Alright, so what I'm doing, I'm installing a new camera mount on this so we can get some FPV action with the old Maxx. I usually drill a couple holes down through the top of the body, so you can get a bunch of glue on here, and then it kind of goes through the bottom almost like a rivet would, how it mushrooms out on the backside. Just helps hold things in better. So heating up the old finest thermo grip cordless, the old 99 cents at your finest Osceola County yard sale. We're going to wait for that to heat up, and then we're going to get back to this. Alright guys, so we're going to start by just kind of putting a little bit around this hole, and it'll kind of drop down in itself because it's hot, so it'll kind of start to droop down in and make its own little mushroom. After I do that, I wait a few seconds. If I can hold on to something here, I'm going to re-hit this with the alcohol because it's touched some sand. Alright, now this here is just starting to get tacky, the two little bits on the top there. I'm going to just fill in these just a little bit. Just any bit of extra contact is definitely a good thing, is what I figure. Alright, I'm going to fill, because this is a concave style mount, I'm going to put a little bit underneath it so there's not like an air bubble. And then this skid pad, flip the thing that Traxxas puts on the top. I think it's to aid in the self-righting feature as well. It keeps a nice little dish right there, so you can fill this right up with your hot glue. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And if you have several different mounting deals here, and you don't need to take them in and out of the holster or whatever you want to call it, you can just hot glue that right in there too. You know, just cake all that right in hot glue as well. So as you can see, I'm just kind of filling it in. I am not going to put the glue all the way filled up like I did last time, because I'm hoping if I break, what I did last time is I rolled it and I broke like just this tab off, so I needed to replace just this piece. But I had to cut all the old glue out because I had it so deep I couldn't just slide this out. So hopefully maybe now if it does break again, I'll be able to slide that out or whatever. So that's kind of all filled in. Little spot right there I missed. Alright, we're going to let that dry and then we're going to go out and do some ripping.